Hi guys, so I am here to film an episode in what is one of my favourite series to film, which is probably no surprise, but since you guys seem to enjoy them as well, I thought I would, start the new year off well before February is underway with the latest episode, and that is another Booktuber picks my book haul, as the title already told you. But if you haven't seen one of these videos before, then you might not know that basically I arrange with another booktuber I love but perhaps don't get to see in real life on a regular basis or ever at all because they don't, live in the same city as me, and we set a budget, then order each other books within that budget that we think the other person will like based on what we know of their channel, their tastes, and books that we have enjoyed. In this episode, I did my swap with Ashleigh from A Frolic Through Fiction. As with all of these videos, this is also an opportunity for me to basically shout out a booktuber whose channel I adore and think you will adore as well if you aren't already following them, and that is absolutely 100% true of Ashleigh. So where do I start? Ashleigh reads a lot of books that I myself really enjoy. They fall into genres that I really enjoy. She reads a lot of fantasy, retellings and classics. She even runs one of possibly the best readathons on Booktube, and that is the Myth Take Reads readathon. And if you're not already aware of this readathon, then I know you're going to want to get involved based on what I know we have in common, because it's all about retellings, reading retellings of fairy tales or myths and various different types of legend and folklore, which I know is something very popular within the fantasy genre. It's something I love to read, and I'm always getting new recommendations for books that fall into those categories from Ashleigh and the readathon. Her Bookstagram page is also stunning, and her channel is always an absolute pleasure to watch. There's so many recommendations you'll find on her channel, and I think if you enjoy my tastes, then you'll enjoy Ashleigh's taste, and she will also have something new to offer you, like we all do, because we all read in our own way. So she will be linked down below. I do hope you go and check her channel out, and I am so excited to see what Ashleigh has picked for me. I hope she loves what I've picked, and you'll be able to know what those are if you do check out her channel as well. So I have two parcels, so I'm going to start with the parcel which is smaller, so I'm assuming it has one book in it. Okay, so this one has one book in it, and I do not, oh my goodness, no, right, okay, so sorry, processing in my mind. This is No Man of Woman Born by Anna Mardol, and I'm wondering if this is like a retelling of Macbeth or inspired by Shakespeare, since that is a phrase or quote from Macbeth. Let's read the blurb together. Destiny sees what others don't. A quiet fisher mourning the loss of their sister to a cruel dragon. A clever hedge witch gathering knowledge in a hostile land. A son seeking vengeance for his father's death. A daughter claiming the legacy denied her. A princess labouring under the unbreakable curse. A young resistance fighter questioning everything he's ever known. A little girl willing to battle a dragon for the sake of a wish. These heroes and heroines emerge from adversity into triumph, recognising they can be more than ever imagined chosen ones of destiny. Okay, so a lot to process right here, right now. Fantasy, so I'm incredibly excited. One that I don't own. Like, this cover does look familiar to me, so maybe I have seen it on someone's channel, but it's definitely not a book I know a lot about, as we've established, because it doesn't seem to be a retelling of Macbeth. That was a leap from me, from the title. Obviously, I don't know, maybe it has Shakespearean elements, but it doesn't seem like a super traditional Macbeth retelling if it is one, since there's a dragon. But there's also a dragon, so that makes it even better. I love fantasy with dragons in them, and I am just really excited to have this. Okay, I'm gonna have to look up some reviews of it, but it sounds brilliant. Editing Jean here, because I just felt like this was important to add in. This is actually a collection of short stories, which I would have known if I looked at the contents page. It's not just like loads and loads of perspectives in one fantasy book. And also it's all non-binary and trans rep, which is incredible, and you always know I'm looking for more LGBTQ plus rep in my fantasy. So like, I'm even more excited about this. Thank you so much, Ashleigh. And I hope you don't mind me interrupting your viewing to clear that up for you. Then we move on to parcel number 2. Okay, so this has 2 books in it. I'm so excited. I don't know which one to look at first. Okay, right. We have The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. Right, okay. I have heard of this book. I don't live that deep under a rock. Everybody loves this, right? I have heard so many incredible things about this book. I know friends in real life and online who adore it, so that's really exciting because I've never picked it up for myself. I think, is it maybe translated? Yes, this one is translated by Lucia Graves, and I'm just going to read you the back, even though you may have heard of this before as well, because I don't know a lot about it despite having heard a lot of people talk about it. It says, one cold morning in 1945, a man brings his 10-year-old son Daniel to a labyrinthine library of forgotten titles, hidden in the old city of Barcelona. Allowed to choose one book, Daniel pulls out The Shadow of the Wind by Julian Carax, but as Daniel grows up, several people seem inordinately interested in his find. What begins as a case of literary curiosity turns into a race to discover the truth about the life and death of Julian Carax, and to save those he left behind. Since The Shadow of the Wind's first publication, more than 20 million readers have opened the heavy wooden door. Okay, so yeah, as I said, definitely heard of this one before. It's obviously very, very popular, and it sounds like a book about books with a mystery and a historical setting, and that sounds incredible. I love a book about a book, especially a book with a mystery. Did all of those words make sense? I hope so. But yeah, I've heard amazing things about this. So thank you so much, Ashleigh, for finally putting a copy in my hands. Okay, then we have the last, but certainly not least book. And that is Okay, I have also definitely seen this. And this is The Tiger and the Wolf by Adrian Tchaikovsky. Another quite famous name, especially in the sort of, I think, historical fantasy genres. Like, this is a name that crops up a lot on lists and I see in bookshops a lot but have not read, so that's amazing. It says, in the black northern crown of the world, war is coming. Mania's father is the wolf clan's chieftain, but she's an outcast. Her mother was the queen of the tiger, and these tribes have been enemies for generations. Mania also hides a deadly secret. All can shift into their clan's animal form, but Mania can take on tiger and wolf shapes. Hold on a second. She can't disown half her soul, so escapes, with the killer Broxen axe in pursuit. The wolf chieftain plots to rule the north, and controlling his daughter is crucial to his schemes. However, other tribes also prepare for strife. Priests foresee danger and a time of testing and broken laws. Some say a great war is coming, overshadowing even wolf ambitions. But what spark will set the world ablaze? This sounds epic. I think it's the first in a series. Well, there's a big one on the side, so that suggests I'm probably right. And it sounds like it's got a really awesome, complex, strong female lead, which I love in my fantasy. I also love my fantasy when it's set in like high epic fantasy world. So historical was maybe, again, a leap from me, but it's in one of those kind of like faux historical other worlds that you get a lot of fantasy set in. But this is such an exciting selection of books. I feel like I've got a really good selection of books that I will enjoy and also represent Ashleigh's taste for you guys. So I'm really excited about all of these. I don't know where to start. I mean, to be honest, I'll probably start with the short one because that's the kind of reader I am, but they all sound brilliant. I mean, who doesn't love being gifted books and having books chosen for you by someone else? Like, that's such a nice feeling to know that these were specially selected by me by a booktuber I really trust and enjoy their content. So again, like I mentioned, do check out Ashleigh's channel. She will at some point, I'm sure, be sharing what books I sent her, and I'm really hoping she enjoys them, or at least thinks she will enjoy them as much as I think I'm going to enjoy these. Also, let me know if you've read any of these. What did you think of them? Which one would you like me to review first, etc, etc. I just get a little bit overwhelmed and inarticulate when opening gifts, so I'm just very happy right now. I'm gonna go edit this video so we can actually talk about all these books, and again, just thank you so much to Ashleigh for participating in this project with me and also picking what look like amazing books. But until next time, happy reading, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye guys!